Yo, what up, everybody? It is Cody here from Metal Miners doing another collection update. This time I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vinyl offerings for you. Super diverse list, all including, different subgenres of metal. There's not, just one genre that I'm going to show today, a couple. But first I wanted to show, I got this in my Nuclear War Now package. Some of these albums I've got I haven't even listened to. I'm just super stoked this morning. I got some of this stuff during the week, this past week, and then I got a lot more of it yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to listen to all of it. But I'm just feeling good or whatever, so I figured I'd show it off regardless. So first, I got the third copy of Arcane Archivist here. Also just ordered the fifth copy, which just came out yesterday, but just chock full of goodness. I believe this features bands like Holder, Gehenna, Dawn, Balsagoth, even though I'm not really into Balsagoth. I've listened to them a couple times, didn't really like it that much, but yeah, super stoked to check this out. Like I said, this is copy or issue 3, and I've got 127 out of 500, so super stoked to dig into this. The fourth copy blew my mind. I'm sure this one will as well. And then the fifth is supposed to be even bigger and better than the previous issues. So super stoked to getting that in the mail whenever it comes. Like I said, it just came out yesterday. So if you haven't, go ahead and pick one up. Countless hours must go into this kind of stuff, all these interviews and deep dives, and just the sheer amount of bands that are featured is, an impressive feat. So shout out to Arcane Archivist. Check them out on Instagram. I'm not sure if they have a YouTube page, but definitely give them a follow on Instagram if you use that application. All right, so right into the vinyl here. I'm gonna try and remember where I got everything. Let's see, I got part of this from Adirondack, Mass. I'm not sure how you pronounce it or say it, but they're based up in New York. So I got follow them on Instagram. So I saw a few things on there that I really wanted, and then the rest of it's from Nuclear War Now, which I'm sure everybody knows. So this is the first thing I got from the Black Mass page. This is Grógaldr and Gánahëth split. This came out in 2021. Before I recently decided to get rid of my Bandcamp special on Saturday, this was gonna be in the next episode. So I'm super pleased to have this. It just comes on a black vinyl. Let's see, Grógaldr is a one piece from the US. And to be honest, I think I'm kind of partial to that side of the split. I'm not sure why, I just kind of prefer it, I don't know. Maybe I'll switch to the other side after a couple listens. And then Gánahëth is from Iceland. They're also a one piece. Like I said, this came out in 2021. I know there are a few copies that I've seen lying around on different websites. I think Out of Season has some. I've seen this on a few sites, so it shouldn't be too hard to get your hands on, but definitely check this out. Really good black metal / raw black metal. Really interesting listen. And I really just love this cover as well. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're into, kind of underground, culty black metal, so to speak. moving on from black metal, this is an album that I figured I would get at some point because I really, really like it, but I figured I would have to overpay for it. But this came from the same site, that Black Mass site, and this was the last copy. I got the last freaking copy, and I didn't have to overpay for it, so I was super stoked about that. I just can't believe that it fell into my hands like at a decent price. So, I mean, Eternal Champion, Ravening Iron. This came out in 2020. Of course, this is like heavy metal, or epic heavy metal, whatever you want to call it. 4-piece, like I said, they're out of Austin, Texas, I believe. What can I say? I think I first heard this in the Death Metal Detectives, or 20 Best of 2020, and that was their #1. So I figured I'd check it out, and I was just blown away by it. Super killer riffs. The singing is great. Everything about that album is just really good. I really love that album. Kind of a gateway into me getting into like more heavy metal stuff, because earlier in my metal career, I guess, I didn't really listen to like a lot of Judas Priest or you know, any of those big like heavy metal bands. I just didn't really get it, I guess. And then I listened to Eternal Champion, and now I really enjoy Priest and, you know, all those types of bands, Iron Maiden, things like that. So now I really enjoy it. So that kind of was like a gateway drug for me, so to speak, as far as heavy metal. So that is Eternal Champion's Ravening Iron 2020. And it's also based on the Michael Moorcock novels. I'm slacking on that too. I need to start reading those. Apparently they're really good. And I love fantasy novels, so I think as soon as I finish my read list, I've got a bunch of stuff just piling up right now. I still need to finish The Song of Ice and Fire. I got super close to the end of book 4, and then, like I said, I just started this new job, so that's kind of thrown it into a wrench into my plans, but hopefully I'll finish that soon and get through my list, and then I'll start reading some Michael Moorcock. And next up is almost the same thing as Eternal Champion. I really love this album, but I couldn't find it anywhere, and so I was sure I was gonna have to overpay for it someday. But same thing with Eternal Champion. I got it for, you know, pretty much retail, and super stoked to have it. This was like one of the first albums that I got into through Bandcamp. So I found it was like one of the first albums I found on Bandcamp. So it's got like that kind of sentimental value to me, especially after like the whole Bandcamp, Saturday Bandcamp special and things like that. And just all the music that you can find on Bandcamp that's not, you know, as promoted or as easy to find on Spotify, Apple Music, things like that. And that is Possessed Steel's Aedris. Once again, this is like heavy metal, maybe not as epic as Eternal Champion. I don't know, maybe it's a little more proggy, I guess. But holy shit, this is such a good album. Here's the insert here. It's based on this like mythos that the band wrote. So here, every song basically has like kind of what's going on in this journey, and then here are the lyrics here. Here's the map of the made-up land that they came up with. Here's the back as well. So really a lot of like thought went into this album. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh my god, like this is so good. I really liked everything about it. And like I said, I think, you know, like on Bandcamp, you can buy it directly from the band. But what happened was, this is a Toronto, Canada band. And, you know, I just don't want to pay for like international shipping. So like I said, just waited. Finally got myself a copy. So once again, super stoked on this. All of these that I picked up today, pretty much why I wanted to do it without even listening to some of them is just because like I'm just so stoked to have a lot of these in my collection. Some of this stuff I have either wanted for a really long time or just found and was like, oh, I need this like right now. So there's really no release here that is like lukewarm to me. It's all like, this is super sick shit. So yeah, that is Possessed Steel's full length Idris. It's a 4-piece, 2020 by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. So keeping with the theme of Bandcamp, this is a band that I talked about in my Bandcamp special. The only death metal band that I reviewed. So if you have good memory, you know what I'm about to pull out. But it's Abortofacient in the Crypt of Gore. This is a 3-piece from Belgium. This came out in 2021. Think of, you know, Cenotaph or like Mortician, and you won't be too far off from the sound here. It's an EP, so there's only 4 tracks on here. But I mean, literally out of all the stuff that I reviewed on my Saturday Bandcamp special, I think this is what I listen to most. I just love, it's got something about it that I just keep coming back to. I just love it. And so obviously I've ran out of listens on Bandcamp. And you know, something that I don't typically do is listen to stuff like on YouTube, because it's just like a pain in the ass to listen to it, I think. So this kind of broke the mold for me, I guess. And then I'm not sure, does this look gray to y'all? I think it's black, but it kind of looks gray. I don't know, maybe I'm losing my mind a little bit. I'm just gonna say it's the super limited gray copy. Put it on Discogs for $1,000. It was a test press, the only one in existence. Joking. So yeah, that is Abortofacient in the Crypt of Gore. 2021, like I said, 3-piece out of Belgium. Death metal, of course. Next up is a band that, you know, without speaking in hyperbole, I think is probably the best, or not the best, but my favorite dungeon synth entity. Again, it was one of the earliest kind of things that I fell in love with on Bandcamp. And they have 5 albums, and this is the first. I think I own maybe 4 on cassette, but this is the first LP that I have. And I definitely plan on getting all 5 because they're really not that hard to get. So, you know, I just want that completionist, I guess, theory is gonna be in effect here. And that is Fief. This is Fief 2. Put out by Out of Season. Picked this up from Nuclear War Now, as well as that Abortofacient before it. What can I say about Fief? Fantastic medieval dungeon synth. I mean, really just kind of teleports you elsewhere, and I think that's what good music should do. It's a bit of an escapist kind of mentality, but you know, it's fantasy-based music, so if it does that, it's doing its job. It comes on this really green vinyl here. I don't know, it's like a pastel green maybe. I don't know, it's an interesting color for sure. But yeah, Fief has 5 albums. The one I've seen, I think the least, definitely is 2, I want to say. So it shouldn't be hard for me to get the rest of them, I believe. So probably, you know, my next paycheck I'll get one, and then next paycheck get another, and things like that. So I will have all 5, mark my words. Let's see, where am I at? 15 minutes? All right, I'm a bit ashamed of this last one. Nothing against the music. Just kind of hypocrisy in me, I guess. I first heard about this project really just due to the controversy of it with like scalpers, people buying something, and obviously you know what scalping is, people buying something and then selling it for like a crazy profit. So I knew it was like super sought after, and there weren't a lot of presses, and if there were, people were buying them immediately. Seen this all over Instagram, Reddit. I don't know if I've seen it a lot on YouTube, but in any case, the point is that it's super hyped. It's kind of like Lamp of Murmur from last year and the year before. So it's like a big commodity now, I guess, to have in black metal. And I was just cruising on Instagram sometime in the past week, and saw Nuclear War Now. Was like, hey, we have a drop of this project, and I was literally looking at it like a minute after they posted that. So I was like, well, I was gonna buy stuff on Nuclear War Now. I was putting it off, so I might as well just give me a copy. Like, worst case scenario, I can just maybe give it away to somebody in the YouTube community as a giveaway or something like that, or maybe sell it for like $50 or something. I paid $33 for a full transparency, so I'm not gonna try and rip people off. Like, I think I saw one copy selling for like $150. That's just nuts. So I'm not trying to be like that guy that's like, oh my god, like this is so hype, like I need to get this. I just saw it and I was like, well, I might not have an opportunity. Let me go ahead and get it. I haven't even listened to it. Don't even know what it sounds like. This is the only one that I have no idea what it sounds like. So why don't I just quit talking about it and just show it. I'm sure most of you already know what I'm talking about here if you follow black metal at all. It's a Trha. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's a made-up ass language from the research I've done. So I'm not mad if I mispronounce it. Trha, Äkth. This is a project out of Texas. Came out in 2021. This is an EP, classified as atmospheric black metal. Comes on this really stunning blue vinyl here. Really like deep blue. I don't know if you'll be able to tell it on there, but really, really good looking vinyl. Like I said, you could play Billy Joel and I would be like, okay, that could be it. I'm just joking, but have no idea what it sounds like. Really just got caught up on the hype train. Was like, well, if I can get it, I might as well try and get it. And was just there at the right moment at the right time. So hopefully, I'll give that a spin this weekend. And, hopefully I like it. If not, I know I already have one album to do a giveaway with that's pretty hyped. So I might include this and just do like a really big giveaway, I guess. Because the other album I'm giving away is super hyped up as well, and I have 2 copies, coincidentally. So some of you might be saying, I hope he hates this album, so he gives it away. But I'm gonna give it a listen. So yeah, really diverse list for today. I still have more stuff to show, more stuff coming in the mail. As I've said, I went kind of crazy when I got my first paycheck. But yeah, I got stuff coming from Stygian Black Hand, And then also my last pickups while I was living in Charlotte as well. I still need to show those. So yeah, still got some stuff coming your way. Just really was, feeling good and said, want to make a video today. Some days I don't really feel like it. But yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments. If you think I'm an asshole for buying that album for no reason other than, it's exclusive and I didn't know if I was going to get my hands on it again. But I had some really heavy hitters, so I hope you guys dig it, because I know I did. So, don't feel bad if there's no validation, because I validate myself. My head's as big as this gym, so they used to say. So thanks for watching. What's another update? Yes, my dad is still kind of sick. So, message him on Instagram or whatever, let him know. He's got people behind him and stuff like that, so get his spirits up. But thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.